Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm Julia Campbell, and I help nonprofits build their movements and engage their online communities using social media and online tools. Welcome to Facebook Fridays, where every Friday or almost every Friday at noon, I take to Facebook and I do a live video where I answer your questions, and we focus on one Facebook question per week. This week's question is, should I create multiple Facebook pages for my nonprofit if we have a variety of programs and services? This is one of the most popular and most asked questions that I receive from my clients, from my blog followers, from my Twitter followers. So I'm going to try to answer it for you today. But first of all, I want to know, how are you? What's going on? Did you have a good week? Where are you watching from? Make sure you tell me in the comments. If you have any other Facebook questions, put them in the comments. I will do my best to monitor it. I am here, of course, by myself. So I'm going to be monitoring the questions, the comments that come in, as well as doing my little talk that I have prepared today. So some talking points just right off the bat. If you have listened to anything that I've ever created, read my blog, watched my videos, you know that I have a very strong opinion of how organizations and brands and nonprofits are using Facebook. And I think that the majority of them are coming about it from the wrong angle. So the reason why I say this is just listen to the framework of this question that we're answering today. Should my nonprofit have multiple Facebook pages to promote our variety of programs and services? That is completely the wrong way to go about it. So nonprofits often come at social media in general, Facebook especially, with the "what have you done for me lately" kind of mentality. You know, it's Facebook. We are entitled to fans. We have to get more engagement. We have to promote our events. We have to promote our fundraiser. We have to tell people what's going on and our announcements. We need to flip that on its head, okay? We need to start using Facebook for the purpose of providing value to our audience. And let me see what I have for notes, because this is something that I feel pretty strongly about. You know, just because you have a Facebook presence, doesn't matter how many pages you have, you are not entitled to anyone's attention. You're not entitled to anyone's donation. You are not entitled to anyone's like or follow, okay? You have to earn it. So before I give you some advice on how to earn it, let's go back to the question. Should my organization have multiple Facebook pages? The short answer, no. That's just a really quick and short answer. So now you can leave. No, I'm just kidding. But let me explain to you why I say that. I say that you should not have multiple Facebook pages for several different reasons. The number one reason why I say that is that it's hard enough to get traction on Facebook in 2018 as it is. As we all know, engagement has plummeted on Facebook. Organic reach, which means unpaid reach, not Facebook ads, and even Facebook ads reach, have plummeted. The recent Facebook announcement, all the changes that have been going on this year, Facebook is placing a priority and an emphasis on meaningful interactions between individuals. They are going to demote and de-emphasize public posts, which are posts from your Facebook page, my Facebook page, any public-facing Facebook page for a brand or a business. So with that in mind, I would not advise you to spread your fans too thin. The other reason is that I'm sure a lot of you are working at smaller nonprofits. You don't have a lot of capacity. You might not even have a marketing department. You might not even have a full-time marketing person. How are you going to create a consistent and cohesive strategy for each Facebook page? You're not just going to be recycling and repurposing the same content on these pages, or you better not be, because first of all, that's wasting everyone's time. And secondly, that's going to confuse your fans and your followers, your supporters, your stakeholders. So the long answer to the question, should I have multiple Facebook pages, is it depends. So my first answer tends to be no, but my second answer could be, it depends. Do you have the staff capacity to do this. And you have to remember what it takes to be successful on Facebook and social media, especially. It takes 4 things. Okay. Creating consistent, creative, and compelling content that is valuable, helpful, and or entertaining. That's the only way to succeed on social media. Number 2, you have to be a go-to resource on your issue. There has to be a reason that I go to your page, or I like you, or I'm following your updates. There has to be some kind of reason for me. Also, you have to share visuals and video. You have to show up, you have to engage, you have to answer questions in the comments, you have to manage your private messages. There has to be a reason for you to be on social media. Otherwise you should just have your website and your email list and your blog. Social media is social, so you have to show up. So those are my opinions on whether or not you should have multiple Facebook pages. I think we need to change the question to why would we have multiple Facebook pages, not should we? Because first of all, I can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do without a full comprehensive audit of your organization and knowing your goals, knowing your staff capacity, knowing your budget, knowing all of that. But you need to change this question to why would we? Why would we have multiple Facebook pages? What would each one accomplish? What could we bring to the table to make each Facebook page be interesting enough that people would like that individual Facebook page? What value would we provide to our supporters and stakeholders through this Facebook page? Okay. So as usual, there's no one size fits all answer. But I hope that this little diatribe helped you today. And I'm going to take your questions because it's only 12:07. So that's pretty good. Janice says, we have 2 Facebook pages. One is a business page and the other is a fake person page. So we can post on Pinboard and group type pages as the business rather than as posting as me. I'm worried that this will confuse people and they'll think we have 2 pages. Yes, 100% will confuse people. Also, Facebook caught on to this recently and kicked me off because they thought that the fake person page was in fact a business. How do you get around this so we can post about our events on other group pages? First of all, I completely do not approve of what you're doing. I'm sorry, Janice. I would never advise a client to do that. You run afoul of Facebook terms and services, like you just found out. I mean, Facebook will kick you off for lesser evils than that for sure, but you're going to run afoul of Facebook terms and services. You can't create a personal profile for a business. You just can't do it. If you get caught, you'll get kicked off. Also, that's going to completely confuse people because they're not going to know whether to friend you or whether to follow you. They're not going to know which is your, and they're not really going to care. They're not going to do the homework. They're not going to do the research and like look at both profiles. They're going to, if they like your organization, they're just going to pick the first one that they see and that they interact with. The other thing is, don't be in a group as a business. Groups are for people. Groups are for human beings, for personal interactions. And if you are not comfortable sharing your name in a Facebook group, then you need to create a fake personal profile for yourself to interact in a group. Groups are not for promotion, at least the groups that I belong to, and I belong to probably several dozen groups at this point, but the groups that I get the most value out of are groups that are interactions with humans and people. And I'm not friends with everybody in the group. I can't see their profile. I can't see their personal profile. I can see their picture and their name. But, that's just my opinion. I don't think a brand should be posting in the group. Although if you create a Facebook group and attach it, you have to create it though and administer it and attach it to your Facebook page, then you can post in that group, but you have to be the administrator and it has to be attached to your Facebook page. And that's what I do with my private nonprofit Facebook group that I manage. I have it connected to my Facebook page, not my personal profile, but then again, I created it and I administer it. So there are some workarounds, but I don't recommend going outside what Facebook wants you to do because they'll kick you off. And Bobby says, wouldn't events be one way to deal with multiple things? I think so. So Facebook events are around an event though. So, and you have to create them from somewhere. They have to be attached to either a group or a page or a personal profile. But I think if you have, like you're saying, if you have multiple programs and services that are running events, then creating a standalone Facebook event from your sort of hub Facebook page is definitely one option. And she says, what do you recommend for people who are both? I work with artists and writers. They have a personal page and a business page, and I wonder if they need both. It really depends on your goal. Depends on their goals. What are they using it for? So I have a personal Facebook page. I've been on Facebook, oh my God, probably since 2014. So I've been on Facebook for many years now. And I use my personal page to do personal things, to connect with my friends and family, to respond to events, to post about issues that I care about, to share pictures of my kids. And you have to friend me to see my personal page. So I have a goal for that page. And then I have a goal for my business page. My business page is where I share my blog posts, my webinars, my online courses. I can purchase Facebook ads if I want to from my business page. So I have different goals for everything. And then I created the Facebook group because I really wanted a place where I could answer questions and where other people could give feedback on those questions. So a Facebook page is not the best place to do that because it does not encourage that interaction as much with the people that like the page. But in a group, interactions, that's the purpose of the group. The group is created so that the people within the group are kind of all equal. And there's one administrator who hopefully manages spam and trolls and hateful comments and things like that. And, kind of administers the group. But the rest of the group, they're all equal members. Whereas on a page, I'm not going to see if you post on the Humane Society's Facebook page. I wouldn't see that probably. But if they had a group around issues of preventing animal cruelty or animal rights or veganism or something like that, and we were both in the group together, I'd be much more likely to see that comment. So I hope that helps. And actually, my mom is an artist, and she probably is watching this now. And she has a personal Facebook page where, she does promote her artwork and her events, but she also comments on comments on things and shares more personal photos and things like that. She has a page where it's all of her, professional artwork and resource for artists. And then she has an Instagram that's sort of a combination of both. But I think you need to have a detailed one-page plan anytime you set up shop anywhere on social media. Like, what do I want to get out of this? What do I hope to achieve when I'm on this platform? What value can I bring and can I provide? And you might just want to be on Instagram because it's fun. That's great. But if you're on Instagram or Facebook for promotional purposes or to build a community, then you need to clearly outline those goals and really determine if you need multiple platforms to accomplish those goals. So I don't know. So I would say that, that's just really how I see it. And what I also think is that relying on Facebook is kind of a fallacy. I think that organizations should be using these platforms to build their email lists, to build up their website, to build their blog followers, to build stronger connections with people that are not based on platforms that we have no control over. Because as you know, we have no control over Facebook and what it's going to do tomorrow. So it's a powerful tool and it can be used well by nonprofits, but definitely don't build your entire house on rented land. That's just my opinion. All right, great. If you want to get my essential guide to nonprofit Facebook groups, I'll post the link in the comments. It's also at my website, jcsocialmarketing.com. I appreciate you being here with me today, and I will see you next Friday. Have a really great weekend, everybody.